How are we, people? Where is my knife? There we are. I'm actually prepared today. This will be an extremely professional unboxing. We are good. Welcome to the first annual live unboxing. I've been wanting to try this machine out for quite a while. I was hoping to get my hands on it pre-release. Didn't happen, but look, it's here now. While I've got a million other things to try, so I won't be able to try it for a few days. Yeah, I am doing this live on YouTube. Let me know if you want to do some more of these unboxings live, because I normally record them anyway, so I figure I can do them live and you guys can ask questions if you've got any, of which I'll probably not be able to answer because I haven't used the equipment. This is a piece of equipment I have not used. I've touched it in the flesh. It came on a crate that it's on a pallet. I wasn't here, Nicole was here for it. Seems to be I'm never here when the heavy stuff arrives and the really annoying stuff to get delivered. Wee Wee's here. Linda's here. Hello, Linda. Scrubby Creek. I should be careful watching the comments while I've got the cutting implement. Does anyone know what this is yet? Guesses? If you're watching this post, what it is will be in the title. And has anyone got one of these? Let me know in the comments if you have one. Bit of a mess here. I doubt that sound is very satisfying to listen to, of that plastic. We'll try and get rid of that. Holiday Mower's got it. Ego Commercial Battery Mower. Yes, this is the Ego Commercial Battery Mower. Their first, what they would market as a commercial battery mower from Ego. I feel like it's been out for maybe a couple of months now. Karthik and I have spoken about it on the podcast a couple of times. Oh, Morning Sue from Washington State. Oh, wow. Glad that's out of my life. I want to get some guesses in the comments how much you think this Ego Commercial Mower is. How much it retails for. This isn't just the skin as well. This is the kit with two 12 amp hour batteries, 2 chargers, and the skin. Mitchell's guessing 2K. I'm talking Aussie dollars as well, by the way. I don't even need it. Well, that was pretty satisfying. Brody says $1,600. Marcus Neal says 3K. Wee Wee says $7.99. You can tell Wee Wee works at Bunnings. Has the, it's not quite there, Wee Wee. A little bit more. This is a $1,499 skin, or as it is here with the 2 chargers and 2 12 amp hour batteries, you're looking at $2,899, so $2,900. So it is far from a what you would call cheap machine. You know, it's aimed at a lawn mowing contractor or, you know, a premium domestic user. But a lot of that money obviously is in the batteries. 2 12 amp hour batteries. They say it can run for up to 135 minutes on the 2 12 amp hour batteries. Yeah, I assume that's just maintenance mowing. As soon as you start cutting really thick and heavy stuff, that'll come right down. 2 chargers. Are they the 2 turbo chargers? So hopefully they charge those batteries in a reasonable amount of time. We have a 85 litre catcher, I believe. This is one of my least favourite jobs in assembling a mower, which sounds like I'm complaining, but this one looks pretty solid, so maybe it won't be too hard to clip them on. Oops, this will be embarrassing if I get this wrong. Thought I would be close, but looks good from what I've seen in the photos. Yeah, I saw it in the flesh when I went over to Perth for the Australian Lawn and Garden podcast, the 100th podcast, and I was surprised how heavy duty it felt. Obviously it's, you know, got to be built that way if it's for contractors, but yeah, it felt very, very solid. I've got no experience actually on the machine though, only having a quick touch and feel of it. What's going on here? Oh, that's a tight fit. Nice cold morning here. One of those mornings where you don't want to be doing all those little fiddly things with the fingers. So yeah, quite a large catcher. Also has this little tongue on it, I guess, that goes into the chute, which I'm sure you've used a mower before and the clippings get caught in that little bit of the chute. I heard someone say that it might help dislodging the clippings in the chute as well, which I am keen to see how that goes. Now, it's not a light machine by any means. I think the skin on its own was like 46 kilos. Is that right? Yeah. Tool weight, 46 kilos. I'm assuming that tool weight means just the skin. And plus the batteries, two 12 amp hour batteries are certainly not light. I don't know, what do you say about a catcher? Hope I haven't missed too much. You haven't, Mark, you haven't missed much at all. We're just unboxing. There you go, commercial mower. Okay, more cardboard. Actually, we'll get these handlebars out first, which these are super long. Like a one piece. Well, I can't get them out actually because it's connected. But yeah, like a one piece, no knobs on the middle or whatever, just that hooks straight up to the frame. Maybe we can collapse the box on that side. Someone says, not a fan of those. What are you not a fan of, Russell? Let me know. The mower, the catcher, batteries. Oh. Apologies if that sounds a little bit violent on the stream. Now, they do claim this to be the world's most powerful walk-behind mower. I think that's how they classify it, and I think the metric they're using for that is the amount of torque that it produces, is that the word? Which it's, I think, 17.3 Newton meters of torque. So that's the metric they're using. Hopefully for me that translates to when it's thick and spongy and you start to get down into the canopy that it won't cut out, because that's been the issue that I've found with most battery mowers. They do that maintenance stuff fine. Some of them are a little bit floaty across spongy grass because they are so light. This won't have that problem being 46 kilos plus batteries. So I will like, a lot of people won't like that it's super heavy. I like a big solid heavy mower for that stuff because it does really sit down and you get a more true height of cut. A man bought it 2 weeks ago, says it's a beast of a machine. I've helped my whole street and still couldn't drain the batteries. So did you buy it for home use, a man, or did you? I don't even need you. I've got my chat up here. Nicole's just entered. She was going to read out the chat, but... you
don't need me.
No, I don't. You're fashionably late and you've lost your job, so...
I should do it now.
Unless you want to provide a coffee, you can be gone. I'd love a coffee. Thank you. At least you can burn the boxes now. No, I'm still trying to recycle everything. We do get a lot of boxes here. So here is the big 12 amp hour battery. Very heavy. I don't know, feels like about, I have no idea. I'm going to guess, can someone look up the specs for a 12 amp hour battery, the weight? I'm going to guess about 4.5 kilos. That's going to be my guess. If someone could look up the specs, it's not light, put it that way. A couple of people saying hi, Nicole, she'll be back. Wee Wee wants a coffee. Love to give you one, mate. So a man or a man, hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. My home use, got into lawn care watching me. Well, that's cool. God, you've gone out and bought a really premium mower for home. Have you cut anything thick and spongy with it? That's where I'm really interested to see how it goes. I have no doubts that it'll cut maintenance stuff really well. Have you thrown it into the wild? Holiday mail coming through with the specs, 3.58 kilos. I'm trusting that your information is correct, but I was about a kilo off. Maybe my arms are a little bit weak. So yeah, I guess if you've got 3.5, you've got 7 kilos in batteries, you're looking at about 53 kilos with 2 batteries in it, which is comparable to a commercial petrol self-propelled mower. I think my Massport contract is approaching 60 kilos. These look like they just go on pretty easy. All right, let's try and get it out of the box. Maybe I can put these on in the box. I'll take that front side of it off so you can have a look. I feel like I'm having all the fun. I like it. Looks like very little assembly. Please just unscrew these. Yes, how good is that? So they just unscrew. Spindles, whatever you want to call them. I don't know. You have to spread them a little bit. Keep that cable out of the way. In you go. Come on. Come on. Oh, come on, man. Always awkward doing handlebars. It would be extremely easy with 2 people. They're not heavy, or it's just awkward when you're a small 7-foot man like myself. All right, yeah, they go on very simply, which I like. Mark says, I would need a self-propelled model, especially with my crook hips and knees. This is self-propelled. I wouldn't want to be pushing around a 50+ kilo mower. Aman lives in a new area where empty lots have jungles. You've tried it, but looking forward to seeing you actually bring it to its knees. I mean, I feel they've marketed it and created a lot of buzz around it. You know, hopefully people aren't disappointed. That's the problem when you build something up like that. If it doesn't meet that hype or expectations, are people going to trust you? It never ends. Mark's just had his knee replaced as well. Tossing over a self-propelled or a baby ride-on. I feel very lazy now when I have to use a traditional push mower that isn't self-propelled. It's very hard to go back. Oh, here's my coffee. Thank you very much. Wee Wee wanted a coffee too.
Oh, sorry.
So that's it. Feels interesting. Do the handlebars. Sorry, does the catcher go through the handlebars? Answer is yes. We have a mulch plug in there. I believe they have a rear discharge port for this thing that you might have to buy separately, which seems odd. I feel like it should come with it, especially being a contractor marketed mower. You know, that's the sort of thing that the rear or side discharge is generally good for when you've got something a bit longer. So, I mean, surely that wouldn't add a lot to the cost of it. Save the pallet to hang on the wall and put hanging plants or herbs. Luke probably would approve of that. We've got 2 bars of battery. So, I assume it'll run on 1 battery. I don't know that you have to have 2 in it. Let's see. We've got a oh yeah. Oh God. Yeah, it wants to take off. Let's slow it down a bit. That's on off. Okay. How do we get the blades going? There's a blade button. Oh no, that's the speed, blade speed. Eco 1 or 2. I'll be running it at 2, as always. Oh, I keep forgetting that. Maybe we've got to hold it. There we go. I will say, so the speed button, I like that you can run it at full speed. I hope it stays in that full speed mode. I assume it would. I assume the eco mode is the bit where it floats up and down depending on how much strain you're putting on the motors. Yeah, then 1 and 2 speed. The button, I don't like the feedback on that. I press it and I'm like, oh, did I press it? Or you really have to press it in. I'm not a massive, that's the lights as well. We have an on button, which I'm not sure if that was on the whole time or if there's a completely off button. The drive is switched off there, on. Okay, so yeah, to get the blade going, push that green power button, pull the front bail, gets going. You got your lights and a Bluetooth, light/Bluetooth button. I assume the Bluetooth just tells you, might talk to the battery, tell you charge is remaining. I'm not 100% sure. I will look into that. But yeah, these buttons are the buttons I'm talking about. They're really got to push them in. The feedback on them isn't amazing. Not a massive fan. Very different to the, you know, the select cut handlebars, which I don't have one. Well, I mean, I've got the Allet Sterling, which has the same sort of handlebars, but man, this thing takes off. That's in the slowest drive speed too. Oh, on. Yeah, feels very solid. You're about 6.3 foot. You said 7 foot. No, I'm 7. Mark has a still self-propelled battery operated mower. Very pleased with it. Suits your smaller section. Which one have you got? I've got to try the RMA510V today. I've actually got it outside ready to go. I'm going to go and try and knock on some random person's door just to try it out. I would love to give one a go, but 2,900 for a bit over 2 hours of runtime. Be good to see how real world use compares to paper specs. Yeah, I mean 2 hours, if you're getting 2 hours out of it, that is a lot of runtime. Okay, that's going to be maintenance mowing. You're going to be nipping the top off of it. As soon as you start stressing it, yeah, that runtime's going to come right down. Sounds like a beast, says Wee Wee. Michelle says, does anyone use the headlamp mow at night? I feel it's just a gimmick. Yeah, me too. I've never used a light on a lawnmower, but it does look awesome in marketing pictures, you do have to admit. And I assume the cost for it isn't enormous. I mean, the bar kind of blocks the light a little bit. So we do have dual height adjusters, which I am not a fan of. I like a single height adjuster. I just feel you start mucking around a lot when you move to them. How easy is it to adjust? I mean, it feels solid, but I feel like this little lever here to adjust it could be a bit longer. Very American style in that regard. We generally do like single height adjusters here. That one's a lot easier. Again, I feel like the lever could be a lot longer. Like it's, yeah, I've got small hands. For a 7 foot tall man, I actually have very small hands, and you know, I'm just grabbing onto that, but yeah, easy to adjust from the back, the front, not too bad, but feels solid. Got some reinforcements. It's a aluminium deck, a cast aluminium with some reinforcement, maybe some steel reinforcement under there. Does it fold up? It's got no quick release to fold it up, which is a little bit disappointing. I guess so, if it's a commercial tool, you're not going to be folding up and storing it away, really. So that kind of makes sense, and it probably gives it a lot more strength and rigidity, making them fixed. But yeah, I do like to store the mowers standing up here. Saves a lot of space. The blade setup have we got out of the box. It's a single bar blade as expected. Yeah, not a lot going on under here. Good, you've got the reinforcement on the edge of the deck there. Height of cut, which is very important. I think it went down to 20 mil? 20 mil to 105 mil. 15 would have been lovely. I feel that's a good spot, but yeah, 20 to 105. Better than the previous models at like 25 mil. IPX5, weather resistance. 2-year commercial warranty. Seeing that Tim is 7 foot, that must be a bloody big mower. Yes. There's no play in the buttons to keep things watertight. I did email Ego thinking it's faulty one, as it's weatherproof machine, so no play in the buttons. Okay, that does explain it. It does. Those buttons are water resistance design. Brenton from the Aussie Lawn. Hello, hello. Good to hear from you, mate. Hope you're well. I promise Karthik and I will come and see you at some stage. And let me know if you want me to do any more of these live unboxings. We've got quite a few things here to unbox at the moment. We had another robot mower arrive yesterday, the Momotion Yuka, which is the brother of the Luba, which is the one that I tried. That's the funky looking all-wheel drive robot mower. The Yuka's a lot more traditional, like most of the other ones. Still have the DeWalt gear. We got the 54 volt line trimmer and the 21 inch self-propelled 173cc mower, petrol mower. Some other stuff here. There's a bunch of stuff on here. Yeah, lots of other stuff. But yeah, I'll probably wrap it up there, guys. Appreciate you joining me. See you in the next live or the next video. You just got that awkward end to the video. So, hey guys.